Hey, this will be a video chart on CCTC, Clean Coal Technologies Incorporated. If you're a penny player and you haven't heard of this one, then you need to come out from the rock you've been living under. This one has been just an absolute beast in terms of liquidity and price action. You know, millions and millions of dollars have traded in this one over the past few days. So it's been a day trader's paradise. You've been able to hop in and out if you want with no problem. But I mean, just looking at this volume, then you look at the price action. It's done a lot of dollar volume, and that's the name of the game. That's what allows you to trade, get in, and get out, and all that. So it's just been a real nice one from that point of view. Being one of the more popular stocks out there, had quite a few requests on it, and I meant to get to it a couple of days ago, but I've just been kind of busy. But here we are now, so let's kind of dig in. Today, despite what probably a lot of people are feeling, was actually healthy for the chart, I'd say, in the long term, just because if things are gonna continue to head up, then you need days of consolidation. All stocks can't just go straight up, so having some breathing time, having some letting profit takers get out, that's all part of the game. And as long as support levels hold that should, then no red flags. But if support levels start to fail that should not be failing, then that's kind of where you got to scratch your head and say, okay, something's just not right here. But from where we stand right now, just simply a consolidation day. Looking down just from a straight up volume analysis standpoint, had nice big volume on the two breakout days, especially this day here, and then on today's day, which was I'll call basically a sideways day. Check out the volume there, much less, and that's what you want to see on sideways days or days that go down. That is where you want to see volume be less. So the less the better on sideways or downwards days, and then on big days, the more the better. But since this one was a sideways day, down day, whatever you want to call it, it was good to see this volume right here because it was quite a bit less than what was on the big breakout day. So the real question becomes, well, what are these support levels that we should be monitoring, and making sure hold strong? Well, you have a couple of them. The first one being, drop this down a little bit more, this level right here, which is at right around 18 cents. This level was picked out by looking back over here. We had a few highs right around this area. We had a low. So at this point right here, it was a support. Then when it failed, it became resistance at these two locations here. And then you can see today did a good job of holding that support. Price close up above it. Now, does this level have to hold? Doesn't have to. Ideally, this would be the level that you'd want to see the bulls maintain. But we do have our two moving averages down here below us, this gray line being the 10-day, this red line being the 20-day. Right now they are basically both valued at, let's see, the 10-day is at 0.089, the 20-day is at 0.094. So basically the same thing. These are the levels that we don't want to see the price close below, because if they go below them, then there's no other supports except way down here, and that's basically where the thing started from. So that's kind of defeating the purpose. So from an overall standpoint, as long as the price can maintain these moving averages, then things are going to remain in an uptrend short term. Long term, we're still in a downtrend, no doubt about that. But in the short term, we definitely have these two moving averages curling upwards, showing that we're entering into an uptrend here. But in order for that uptrend to remain healthy and remain intact, these levels are going to have to hold on any sort of pullback. But as long as they do, then things are fine, and that'll allow us to start to be able to put in higher lows. Now, the other thing to note about the moving averages is, like their name says, moving. They will be changing as time goes by. So it's not like they're going to stay here for the next 2 weeks. They will continue to increase as long as the price stays above them, and that's why it's key that they do hold up as support so they can keep creeping upwards and upwards. Now, in terms of resistance levels, this one, really we have probably a minor one here. We did break above it on Thursday, the low right here, which was at 30 cents. So I'm going to change that to a skinnier resistance, because yes, it's a resistance, but I think if the price can push back up here again, it won't put up too much of a fight. Then we have the level right here that knocked us down. This will probably still put up more of a fight, and this is way up here at 42 cents. But after that one, it's essentially blue sky breakouts until you reach up to the 50-day right here. Currently that is valued at 65.5 cents. And once again, this is a moving average, so as time goes by, this will continue to creep down, lower and lower. So it's not going to stay up here. But as far as resistance goes, this is kind of the medium, or the probably one that won't take too much. This one will probably be more significant, but then the 50-day will probably pack a punch. But that's kind of getting ahead of ourselves right now. We just got to make sure that we can get a healthy consolidation here, and then hopefully make another run up at these resistance levels up here. So that is where the chart stands. Once again, no need to freak out. We're still above the key the key support levels that we need to be, and as long as that remains the case, then that's showing that the edge goes to the bulls in the short term. But if these supports start to fall on big volume, then that's your red flag that something's just not right. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. If not, I'd encourage you to go to bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. And best part is everything's free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. One last time, this was CCTC. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your weekends.